What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And welcome to day one of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. That is right. The 30-day wholesaling challenge is here. Today is day one, and we are getting started on the first day towards your journey, getting your first wholesaling deal in 30 days. And so this is our third year in this challenge, and every single year we do this challenge, everyone's lives are changed. People start going from no deals to getting deals. They start going from beginner to hero, and lives are completely changed from this challenge. This is a 100% free wholesaling real estate challenge, the largest wholesaling real estate challenge in the history of wholesaling real estate. And we teach you how to get your first wholesaling real estate deal step by step. Every single day for the next 30 days, we are going to have a wholesaling real estate video breaking it all down of exactly how to get your first wholesaling deal. And so we're super excited. We're jacked up today, and we know lives are going to be changed in this challenge. We are dropping brand new marketing channels in this challenge. We're dropping brand new game, and we are changing the way wholesaling real estate is being taught 100% absolutely for free. So if you are excited, let's get into this and let's share this 30-day wholesaling challenge. And so today is day one, and specifically we are talking about how to get your first deal and really what is wholesaling real estate and how to wholesale real estate. So again, this is the question. So I am assuming you are brand new. I'm assuming your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, whoever it is, sent you this video and are part of this challenge to get into wholesaling real estate. Now, day one is all about what is wholesaling real estate. And so let's talk about this from the beginning. What is wholesaling real estate? Wholesaling real estate is the process of finding somebody who wants to sell their house, agreeing to buy said house, and then selling that agreement to a rich landlord or house flipper for a finder's fee. That is what it is. And so from the top, I find somebody who wants to sell the property, I write up a contract, then I sell that contract for the finder's fee. So if I lock it up for 100, sell it for 110, I make $10,000. What you really have to understand about wholesaling real estate, especially from a beginner's perspective, is we just find people that need to sell houses. Then I find rich landlords that want to buy it for more, and they make a spread in between. That is it. It's like buying a $100 bill and selling it for $120. Simple as that. But really a better analogy I like saying is it's like buying a $100 bill for $80. Like, I know it's worth $100. Can I buy your $100 bill for $80? They say yes. I give it to the guy for $100. I make my $20, right? Except we add a bunch of zeros to it. So that is how exactly this works. And so we're jacked up. We're excited. So for our visual learners out here, this is pretty much what the average wholesaling real estate deal, how it works. So you might want to screenshot this. You might want to record this. This is all recorded. Obviously, it's always going to be posted in freewholesaling.com. But this is a cool little graphic we made here on the average wholesaling real estate deal. So from the beginning, let's kind of break this down from left to right so we can kind of understand this, and so this can make a little more sense for us. Again, we are doing this live. So if you do have questions, we want to answer them. So we're going to try to go as slow as we can on this process and then kind of ramp it up a little more. And so let's kind of go from left to right, the wholesaling real estate process and how everything works.
So the first thing we always start out with is a list. And if you're brand new, go over to freewholesaling.com. We go into great depth of what we call government lists. So an example of one of the government lists are delinquent property taxes. And we go through that. The next one of that is we meet with the seller to enter into a contract. It's just a contractual agreement. We teach you the ins and outs on how to do that. And then from there, you're going to call the for rent signs, look for a rich landlord or someone looking to buy your contract. And then you're going to sell your contract to the landlord, flipper, fix and flipper, whoever it is. And then you take home the fee. If you had it under contract for 100,000, you sold it 120, you pocket 20,000. Very straightforward. Guys, you can do this over and over. You got to understand the fundamentals of wholesaling.
Okay. Yes. So from the top here, that's basically what it is, right? We find somebody who wants to sell their house. We write up a contract to buy the house. We find the rich landlord or house flipper. Then we sell that contract to a rich landlord or house flipper for a finder's fee. So just going through an average wholesaling real estate deal, I'm going to call a list of people who, for example, are just not paying their property taxes. Let's not make it complicated. Let's not talk about different lists. Let's just, for example, if I want to get a list, I can just get a list of people like haven't paid their property taxes, right? And what I'm going to do is meet with guy. His name is John. I signed the contract to agree to buy it for $100,000. Now, this might be where you're just like, whoa. It's like, I'm going to buy the house? No. I don't have $100,000 to buy a house. Okay. We are not purchasing the house. We are writing up a contract to buy it. And I want you guys to understand, we have our free contracts we're going to share actually this week in the challenge. But more specifically in here, what we're doing is we write up the contract to buy it. But that contract has what I call, a get out of jail free clause. And what basically this means is we can get out of the contract due to something called the inspection period, where in the first 30 days when I write the contract, I don't care if I have $0, any dollar, I can just get out of the contract, the agreement, no problem at all. And so technically we're entering into a legally binding agreement, but we can get out of it in the first 30 days. I call it the get out of jail free clause because that's what it is. Now, we can also call Zillow for the for rents, find these rich landlords in the area who have a lot of money, and they be like, oh, I do own a rental property in the area. Yeah, I'd like to buy another one. Then let's say we agree to buy it for $100,000. I sell it to him for $120,000. He pockets us $20,000 for a check, and then he gives the seller $100,000. And so basically how this works is if I write up for $100,000, I sell it for $120,000. What the cash buyer or that rich landlord house flipper is going to do is give $120,000 to the title company. Title company gives $100,000 to the seller, like we agreed, and I get a $20,000 nice, sexy, beautiful check to me. So that is wholesaling real estate. That is how the process is. So screenshot this really quick. But that is what the average wholesaling deal looks like in 2024. I'm telling you, it is not that complicated. It is as simple as doing that. That's all it is, right?
Yeah, it's guys, just learning the simple basic concept of what we're explaining here, just in these simple 4 steps. As you get a little more advanced, as you get better, you'll learn more about different lists and how to do it. But the bottom line is we're entering into a contract for a discounted property, and we're passing the savings on to a fix and flipper, landlord, whatever it is, and you're making what we call an assignment fee. Also, kind of known as a finder's fee if you want to break it down. You've never done wholesaling before. And if you're saying, Rick, I've never done wholesaling before, this seems wild. I had this exact same experience 21 years ago, and I experience it on a daily basis. I'm telling you, if you apply yourself and you do not complicate this, this is extremely doable in 2024. In fact, it's never been better than it is right now, in my opinion.
I agree. So you might be watching this and being like, who are these people? Why are they talking to me? Why should I listen to them? So I will let everybody know. So my name is Rick Ginn. I've been wholesaling for over 7 years. I've done over 2,000 wholesaling real estate deals. And as of today, forever, for the past, I think, 2.5 years, I am, and we are the largest wholesaling educators in the country by active students. We have over 250,000 active students in a free wholesaling course called freewholesaling.com. The reason why it's so big is, shocker, it's the only course that's free in wholesaling real estate. I'll let everyone know, I make millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. I'm not here to sell you a course, and that's why I give all my information out for free. Now, there is a gotcha moment here. A big reason why I give everything out for free is because I like doing JV deals, joint venture deals, where people send me deals and I can make half of $20,000 or $30,000. And that's why I do what I do. I teach real estate for free. People send me JV deals and I make a ton of money doing that. So there's no crazy hiding. That's what I do. That's how I do it. What about you?
Well, I don't have a secret course. I actually find most courses for wholesaling complicated. That's why we created freewholesaling.com. And guys, I'm an ADHD guy, and I like the rush of working on real estate deals. In fact, once I get them under contract, I get a little bit bored and I got to go find more contracts. So what better way than to connect with you guys on the internet? We JV together. I've got loads of partners out there, lots of them watching right now, and we just need more deals. We want to do more deals. We enjoy it. I love doing it all over the country. because it's very different and there's some unique challenges. And the fundamental thing is, if I can teach you my skill sets, you can actually apply them. Guys can go out and hunt. And then with our expertise, we can help you take it down. And what better way to partner? And then you can flap your wings on your own. So if you are on board with that, jump on our challenge right here and let's get started. I don't care if you've never even done a wholesaling.
So how many years have you been wholesaling?
21.
How many deals?
At least 3,000. I
So
just stopped counting.
So 5,000 combined deals. We're here to help you out learn wholesaling real estate. Now, on top of this too, I want to give everybody a warning. Wholesaling real estate gurus want your money. If you're brand new to wholesaling real estate, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. Not everyone's willing to give this information out for free. This is a very scary type of industry when it comes to the education space. So I'm giving everybody some information, a warning. If a lot of people get angry when we talk about real estate gurus, but I do have to give this disclaimer out because I see a lot of people get hurt. Real estate wholesaling gurus want your money. They will make you pay $9,000 to learn how to wholesale like basics. They want to take $9,000 from you to learn the information I'm about to tell you in this presentation. They make paying a requirement for success. Let me repeat myself. For you to get your first wholesaling deal, they make paying $9,000, $10,000, $12,000 a requirement to get into this business because you can easily run up $40,000 in a month so that they feel like it's worth it. I will tell you this, me and Rick believe in this one thing. Wholesaling knowledge should be 100% free and open for everybody. That is like the internet. It should be free and open to anybody if they want it, okay? Now, I will tell you this. If information is being withheld that will make you succeed in wholesaling real estate, unless you pay up, you are dealing with a guru, okay? I want you to understand this. If information is being withheld for you to succeed, you are dealing with a wholesaling guru. What does this mean? If I watch a guy talking about wholesaling real estate and I say, how do I cold call? And he gives you a script. Cool, okay. How do I close a seller? What do I say to close them? Oh, you got to be in our paid $9,000 mentorship course to really learn what to say to a seller to close them virtually. You are dealing with a wholesaling guru. Information is being withheld that will make you successful. I will tell you, 9 out of 10 people you encounter on the internet in wholesaling real estate, more like 95%, withhold information to stop you from being successful. The only way you got to know is if you ask the guru, what exactly do I tell a cash buyer to get them to actually agree to buy my property? Oh, the script. Oh, that's in the paid course. And so I'm just letting everybody know. This is the only layman's test guide you have to do. If information is being withheld that would stop you from getting your first deal, becoming successful, you are dealing with a guru. The reason I'm telling you this right now is you're going to see a lot of people. We have a lot of communities. We have a lot of chats saying, hey, I know this really cool system for wholesaling deals, and it'll change your life. But you got to pay me 10 grand. So information is being withheld from you to make you successful. Now, I will tell you this. There is a difference between paid events, paying for someone's community, honestly, or heck, even tools like softwares and things like this. There is a difference, all right? So me paying for a software like listrei.com PropStream, if someone has a link in there, I know some guys that give information out absolutely for free and they have PropStream links. That doesn't make them a guru, okay? Because you don't need that to become successful. Now, if they're withholding scripts and information, so it's information. Tools are different. I see people do events, honestly, like after spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on events, I get it, okay? As somebody that has a community wholesaling real estate where I let anyone join for free if they send me deals, it's kind of in a weird gray area. Should you spend 12 grand to join a wholesaling community? Probably not, but if it's high level, I guess I kind of get it. But like for information on you got to be in the community, get the information. I can't allow that. And so be very wary of wholesaling guru, okay? Because they're withholding information, and this challenge is all about giving you every inch of information to become successful. I hate to make videos like this, but I see people get hurt all the time. So we just have to give that warning. Anything else on that?
I think you summed it up. There's a lot of people who will offer you free information about wholesaling. 95% of it is just it's like a bait and switch. And so I'm just telling you, freewholesaling.com, we just give it away. Why? Because I can't JV with it if you don't even have my basic skill sets. So I've been frustrated for 21 years on how they teach this business. And for the life of me, I don't know why gurus still do the same tactics that were used 20 plus years ago. Guys, the price now to do coaching for a paid guru is lower than it was in 2003. Why? There's just too much crap there. Guys, you have the information at your fingertips at freewholesaling.com. The question is, are you going to step up the plate and actually execute? If you are, we want to help you out. If not, I'm not here to take your money. I'm always going to put you guys first. And the more people we help out, the better we're going to do. And why not? Why not give you the information for free and teach you my skill sets and do deals together, as opposed to just paying me? You take on all the risk and they're never, ever going to JV with you. We think it's broken. We want to fix it. So join us.
That's it. So again, Rick taught me how to wholesale real estate. He's my dad. Probably didn't know that. And he taught me how to wholesale for free. That was an unfair advantage I got. Nobody else back when I started 7+ years ago taught wholesaling for free. He taught me everything he learned for free. He had paid gurus tens of thousands of dollars to learn wholesaling.
Mostly bad information, by the way.
He taught me how to do it for free. That's unfair. You go tell me all this crap on the internet. I get that all the time. Oh, that's why you're successful. Cool. Guess what I did with this information? Because he taught me for free. I could have been a guru and charge 15 grand. I said, you know what? If Rick taught me for free, I'm going to teach everybody for free. And this is why we do it. This is why I want everyone to understand. This is why I'm still the only person on the internet, you and I, to give everything out for free. Because he decided to be brave enough to teach me for free. And I'm teaching everyone for free. So he was my dad that taught me wholesaling for free. I'm looking to be your dad to teach you wholesaling for free. Kind of. I don't know if that is the best analogy. But let's get into it and let's learn wholesaling real estate for free. So we do have one promise for you. This challenge will show you everything you need to get a wholesaling real estate deal in the next 30 days. I promise you, we will not sell you anything information related. We have links. We have tools that will help you in wholesaling. They are not required for success. They just make it easier. For all the gurus that say, oh, he's got an affiliate link, he's got this and this. And say whatever you want. Say you can talk all your stuff. But I will tell you this. We have links for tools. It is there. We are not hiding that, okay? We do have a paid community. It is 100% free if you send us a wholesaling deal. The point of that community, and I will let everybody know, it's called Flipwork Plus. We have a community, and the reason why we created this community is to kind of force people to send me JV deals. I made the community so cool that you have to send me a JV deal to be in the community, or you can pay $100 a month just to be in it. That's the got ya. That's my gotcha moment. You can attack me all day if you want on it, but there's nothing in that community that you are not going to get information-wise from me and Rick. Now, there's 6- and 7-figure wholesalers that aren't going to publicly tell their systems. You come to the event, they'll go and show you how to do it. I guess that is information, but that's not my information. But honestly, the point of the community is to kind of force you to send me JV deals, because you want to join. You want to come to my next event that we have. Send me a $20,000 deal, make me 10 grand, and I don't have to do all the work because I have underwriters and all that. So as long as we have an agreement, we know what I'm doing. I'm here to do JV deals, and I'm here to not sell you any information. As long as we are on 100% agreement, let's go forward and learn wholesaling for free. So the first question, and the question everyone and their mom wants to know, is wholesaling real estate legal? Yes, wholesaling real estate is legal in all 50 states. Now, this might be a controversial statement, the most controversial statement I am going to make, but wholesaling real estate is legal in all 50 states. The process of assigning a contract for money is 100% legal in all 50 states. Did I make myself clear?
Yeah, I mean, as long as...
Did I stutter?
There's flags behind us.
Did I stutter? No, I did not. It's
very clear, guys. You just need to read the laws. That's it.
Now, there are regulations for certain aspects of wholesaling. I'm not going to lie, but it is not illegal to do an assignment of contract. You are going to get a lot of weird information. You're going to get a lot of crazy stuff. I had I had a lot of people tell me wholesaling is legal in South Carolina. We just posted a couple deals in South Carolina. Where we're doing it from lawyers. And so your guru could tell you anything they want to spend to sell you a course. We talk about gurus all the time because they're trying to tell you can't wholesale. You have to buy my $10,000 thing. And I put my money in my mouth as I show you how it is, right? I put my heart in this business. I will tell you, all 50 states wholesaling real estate is legal. Now, there are some regulations. There's one state, in my opinion, that limits wholesaling, and that's Illinois. They're pretty clear on their law that you need to have a license to do an assignment of contract. Now, that law has never been enforced. There are people, I'm not saying myself.
Not me.
I'm not going to say myself specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Theoretical, let's throw a theoretical out there, okay? Theoretical.
You don't enforce BS.
There are people who don't have a license that wholesale real estate in Illinois with lawyers and title companies.
A lot of people.
And they said, well, they don't really enforce this, so we're just going to do an assignment, and nothing happens. But technically, the law does limit it. Is there any crazy penalties? In my opinion, no. But it's the only state I see that limits wholesaling. Everyone says Virginia and South Carolina and Oregon. Nothing's without a license. You can still wholesale real estate all day, every day. Now, I will tell you, I do have a guide on regulations and things like that in my free course, Wholesaling.com. I go into great detail on it. But really, just go through the course. I'll show you how to do it. Now we know that. So wholesaling real estate versus real estate investing. I think this is really important. But you're going to see all these terms being thrown around. Wholesaling, real estate investing, creative financing, all these things. There's a clear distinction between wholesaling real estate and real estate investing. Wholesaling isn't real estate investing.
Yeah, a lot of people interchange these, and you've got to understand, wholesaling is a specialized niche technique. And honestly, it's the most advanced skill set you can learn in all of real estate. In fact, I'm here to tell you, those that master wholesaling are open to do anything in real estate, including real estate investing, short sales, fix and flips, and that. Take the other way around. People that don't understand wholesaling, they have to go through wholesalers and or realtors to find the best deals. So I'm just telling you, if you can master the art of wholesaling, you can easily do anything in real estate investing. Now, take a real estate investor, a fix and flipper, and send them over to my world in wholesaling. It's the equivalent of taking a boxer and putting him in a UFC ring. They're going to get killed. Everybody wants to short step it. It does take time. It takes focused energy. And if you learn it and master it, not only can you blow up all aspects of your real estate life, you can use it to fix other areas in your life because you become so disciplined, so target. You can fix your health. Obviously, you're going to fix your finances, spiritually, anything you want to do, your relationships. But I'm telling you guys, wholesaling is the gateway to do anything you want in real estate investing, not the other way around. So this is a business. You do have to work it. And let me tell you a little something. I've been in this business 21 years. There's people who talk and people who brag about like selling their wholesaling business. It doesn't really exist because you are the business. You are the asset. You are the income producer. And once you sell it, the magic's gone. Yes, you can buy all you want in systems, but the reality is wholesaling business is predicated on the assets it's produced. Like I have an amazing wholesaling business. For me to try to sell it would be insanity. And why would I ever sell something where I'm producing so much income? It really means you're most likely failing or getting out of the business if you're selling it. And by the way, if somebody ever sells it, tell them not only to produce you a contract, I want to see a wire because you can sell anything on notes. I see it all the time. Guys, if you really want to survive in your wholesaling business, learn it, master it, and use it to create cash flow to get out of your rat race, and then use it to buy income producing assets. Those assets are the ones that are going to take care of you the rest of your life. It is amazing. Anyone tells you wholesaling is just a job, it's because they're not very good at it. So it is a job, it is work, but it creates an enormous amount of cash flow. And that cash flow is what free you. Don't let anyone try to fool you and think you can sell a wholesaling business. You are the business. So you'd have to sell yourself with it. And those that are really productive with wholesaling businesses, they run operations. They never sell it. It wouldn't even make sense. So anyone who says it, make sure you fact check it, meaning I need a contract and I need a copy of a wire, and I'd like to talk to the buyer. You'll never hear from it. So the most I've seen these is sold in the low 7-figure range, and most of them go belly up after they buy it because you're missing the key person in it. So I love wholesaling. The number one skill set in all of real estate. If you learn this, you can run the entire gamut for real estate.
I agree. In wholesaling real estate too, this is really important. You can't really lose money. Okay, I can lose 100 grand flipping a house that turns out bad, but I can't. The risk in wholesaling is almost zero because I write a contract. If the deal's bad, just get out of it. That's it.
So anyone who tells you they've lost money in wholesaling, listen, every now and then we whiff, but for the most part, if I do 30 deals in a year and I had 1 or 2 bad ones in there, usually did very well. Anybody who tells you they lost in wholesaling means they're not wholesaling. They're fix and flippers. They're speculators. We just teach you the fundamentals of wholesaling because that's where the real money is. Minimize your risk, maximize your reward. If you want to learn that, you're in the right place.
That's it. And so we go out here. We have no money, no experience needed. This is a way to produce income. We're selling the contract, not the house. Let me make this clear. Very, very clear, okay? In wholesaling, we sell contracts. We do not sell the house, right? So when I write up a contract to buy a house, I'm not selling the house. Realtors sell houses. We sell the contract. Very, very clear distinction. So let's go over the process one more time so we really understand in 30 days, how do we really get this deal done, okay? So day 1 through 7, we do something called marketing, which we find the property, right? The distressed house. Then we go out here and lock up the deal. We call up the seller, make an agreement. Then we find the cash buyer, that rich landlord house flipper, for a profit. We welcome to the house, and then boom, closing date, we close the deal. Simple, easy, and good, right? And throughout the entire process in this challenge, we're going to share exactly how to do it, how it works, and all these things. And so let's kind of talk about, again, this challenge. We're going to teach you this entire process for the next 30 days. I want to make this very clear. You don't need to master everything. You need just to take action at the end of the videos. I'm asking you the nicest way possible. Don't master it. Don't overanalyze this. Just take action at the end of these videos. Our goal is to get you a deal in 30 days. Now, this challenge is going to be recorded and in our free course, freewholesaling.com. We're going to be hearing a lot, but that is our one course we teach wholesaling real estate for free. The issue is I would love to show you me talking to a seller live and showing you, oh, here's the address, 123 Main Avenue. Let me show you how I came up with the price of it. If I post this on YouTube, very sad and unfortunate, YouTube takes it down due to their privacy policies. So I had to create a private server, a course that cost me a lot of money with the data. It's a lot of data to bring all these people through. And that's why we have our free course. So our YouTube videos don't get taken down on how to wholesale. So I am telling everyone I would go through the free course because there's information I just can't show on YouTube. So that's our 30-day wholesaling challenge. Now, let's kind of bring wholesaling real estate into a simple process. The average wholesaling guru is going to really complicate wholesaling real estate for you, but wholesaling real estate is just 3 things. Number 1, marketing. This is us finding the wholesaling real estate deal. Number 2, acquisitions, locking up the deal. Then third, last is what we call dispositions, selling the deal. So does this make sense? Wholesaling real estate, it's three ways. Okay, we find the deal, we write up a contract to buy the deal, then we sell the deal for a profit. I don't think I can complicate this anymore.
Yeah.
The wholesaling real estate's 3 things. Find the seller, lock up the deal with the seller, then sell the seller. That's it. Sell the deal to a cash buyer from the seller, right? That's it. That's how we get money. So you can complicate wholesaling all you want. You can make the scam crazy. You can make it so super complicated in your head. But this is what wholesaling real estate fundamentally is. That's it. Okay? That is what this business is. And so let's talk about marketing, okay? marketing is how we find sellers, right?
Yeah. So marketing is, in my opinion, the first and foremost skill set you have to learn in wholesaling. In fact, if you don't master this one, you don't have to worry about the rest. So when you initially start wholesaling, like a lot of you are watching this live stream, is you've got to learn how to market and you got to be really good at it. So we're looking for particular sellers that need to sell their house. The ones that want to sell their house typically go to a realtor or what I call pretend wholesalers that have no idea what we're doing. So how do I find someone that needs to sell their house? It's easy. Think about a situation when you ever had to do something. If you ever had to sell your car, I don't know, your boat, your computer or something like that, typically you would what? Go to like a pawn shop, right? I need cash now so I can pay my rent. I can pay my utilities. And everybody knows you go to a pawn shop, you're getting a discounted price for speed and convenience. It is no different in real estate. So what we want to do is find people that need to sell their house. So I'm going to look for telltale signals. One of the easiest techniques we teach you is a strategy called driving for dollars. There's people, guys, there's gurus out there that sell courses on this. I kid you not, because people will pay. But let me just save you $3,000. I'll put it in your pocket right now. You just go out and look for tall grass. You look for ugly houses. You look for blue tarps on roof, boarded up windows. Nobody chooses to leave their house that way. In fact, every life happens, financial stuff happens, and they have to take care of it to try to protect their asset. The problem is they're out of money. They typically don't have money to pay the mortgage, and they are probably very close to selling their house. So once we find these people, we're going to reach out to them. So we teach you about the marketing media method. So some people cold call, some do what we call driving for dollars, reverse driving for dollars. Some people will do direct mail. Some people will do texting. Some people will do digital bandit signs. There's an endless supply of resourceful ways to get it. But the main thing is you have to get your message out, and you've got to go crazy on this part. This is not like traditional businesses where I make a business card and here's what I do. You got to go hunt, and you have to hunt hard. And if you can figure this out in the beginning of wholesaling, you have an amazing opportunity. But some people skip this process, and I don't know why. And they go out and go, well, I'm just going to find people who need to sell their house. You're wasting your time doing that. This is what most gurus teach you. They're going to have you scrape like online listings, MLS. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's brutally hard for a new person. So 2 key features, guys: off-market properties, direct to seller. Look for signs of distress. Look for people that need to sell their house, because if not, you're going to waste a ton of time. And the key strategy when marketing for wholesaling is finding motivated sellers, people that need to sell their houses.
Exactly. So again, in wholesaling, marketing is going to be the most important part. Without marketing, this business is done. You're going to find these people on the internet talking about how closing is the most important part. Disposition is the most important. They're very important, but I will tell you, they're not everything. Okay. It's like going out here and saying, hey, in football, defense is everything. Defense is everything. I'm like, a lot of teams are going defense that if the offense sucks, it ain't going to do anything, right? I'll tell you, it's like the NFL today, right? If you have the best offense, you usually probably win. But that's how a lot of it works. A lot of people really believe that, all these other things, but marketing is going to be the most important thing. If we can have a flow of deals coming in, I don't care if you're decent at closing or not, you're going to make a ton of money in this business. Now, the one thing I will tell you is, I know I mentioned gurus a lot, but you're going to get shoved with a lot of gurus and people telling you that you need to spend $7,000-8,000 a month in marketing. Like the gurus say that because it makes their life easier, right? Like if you spend $8,000 in marketing, I'm going to look great. I'm not doing that, right? Like, we've both been broke before. We know it's like not have money in wholesaling. Most people don't have a bunch of money to put into wholesaling, right? Now there's tools you can do if you have money for it, but we specialize in telling you strategies that cost not much money or some money. Now we make most of our money on higher end marketing type things because that's just, we're high level right now for ourselves. But be very wary, and sometimes you got to spend $8,000 on PPC or PPL or SC. Just be very careful. Radio ads, be very, very wary. You're going to get that a lot. So just be very careful. Now, the next part here is what we call acquisitions. Now, Acquisitions, this is how we acquire contracts to sign to go buy a house. Now, I'm not saying this is not important. It is important. But the point is, this is basically the process of acquiring contracts or writing up contracts. Now, a lot of people mix this with sales. This is not sales. Okay, you're more of a qualifier. You're an interviewer. You give an offer to the seller, but there's really no salesmanship involved in this. Like, you want to sound good. You want to sound nice. Technically selling yourself, but like it's not like a close where you're making them buy something. Okay, that's sales in my opinion. This is not sales. And now you might be like, oh my gosh, wait, whoa, like, how do I find lists, Rick? And then we're like, wait. What do I even say to a seller? And you're going to be really like, whoa, what in the world? This is a lot going on. Let me tell you, we got you covered on the scripts. We got you covered on what to say, how to find the sellers. Remember, this is a 30-day challenge. This is not a 24-hour challenge, right? And so we're not going to do a full 12-hour power marathon on wholesaling, okay? We're bringing it to you slow, okay? You don't need to go master everything in wholesaling in the next 30 days. Like that, like you don't have to. You just got to take action. That isn't perfect. That's okay. Just slowly but surely go and do that, and you will find a ton of success. But remember, we got you covered on exactly what to say for you to become successful. That's what acquisitions. And the last part is dispositions. This is the process of selling your contract for a profit. In my opinion, this is the easiest one of the three. Do not get yourself all screwed up and crazy and put up in a hurry. Now, I will tell you this. A lot of the videos that me and Rick have, we speak our own little language. And in real estate, you're going to see this. If you ever watch like, a tennis match or a soccer or baseball match, they speak a little lingo. And if you don't know it, it's a little confusing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's a strikeout? What's an out? What's a ball? And, we might, we're victims of this sometimes in real estate wholesaling. And if you're brand new, you're going to be like, there's a lingo in real estate. There's terms like comps and ARV and, all these crazy things. And you might be like, what in the world is MAO? And so what we want to do really quick is kind of give you a simple lingo guide of wholesaling real estate for a beginner, because you're going to hear people in the comments like talk about this. And it's going to be a little confusing. You're going to talk to wholesalers that are maybe a little successful. Like, what do I do? And they're going to say, do this. Like, what in the world are you talking about? So let's got to go over some lingo. Remember, we have a whole real estate wholesaling vocabulary in freewholesaling.com. It's like a dictionary of all the lingo and terms. So let's kind of break this down and share with you some lingo. Now, the first one, and the one I think everyone should know, is the term motivated seller. In my opinion, a motivated seller is somebody who wants to sell their house due to a circumstance, and they're willing to sell the property for a discount. I think this is something a lot of people really get confused starting out. But to get a good wholesaling deal, to make a profit, a seller has to sell the house for below the market value. It might be like, there's no way, I said this starting out, there's no way somebody's going to sell their house for below the value of the deal.
But think about this. How many of you guys have sold a car out there that you scraped on a curb, that a shopping cart slammed into it?
Yeah.
The hassle of taking a car in for, $1,000 or less of damage. And so a lot of the mentality is, okay, the car's worth 10 grand. I'll sell it to you 9 because it has $1,000 of damage. I'm like, why don't I just go pay 10 grand and get one ready to go? If you sell it to me for 6,500, I might do it. Back and forth.
Yep.
Say you buy it for $7,500. You solve $1,000 problem by getting a $1,500 credit. It's the same mentality with houses. But guys, you've been around houses, throw tenants in there, have seasonal renters, the advent of short-term rentals with Airbnb and all this crazy stuff. Same thing happens to houses, but even worse. And when people don't have money to fix repairs, they can't just wipe off the cost of repairs. No common sense person's going to buy it. And honestly, when the clock's ticking and the mortgage is behind, they make decisions to move on with their life. Now, we try to be fair. We never force anyone. I don't have a magic line to have somebody sell my house. Here's what I do. I'm authentic. I'm educated. And I give them options and I tell them what their path is. My job and your job as a wholesaler is to help sellers get out of their own way. In fact, selling a house It is very difficult for people. Some of these people have been in the house 30 years. I don't know about you, but like 2 years in a house, and like I'm overloaded. And it is a big decision for them. Most people's biggest financial asset is their house. So it's up to us to help guide them through. And what do people do when they get scared? Like, I got to think about it. I got to pull back. A lot of people mix this up with sales training. It's not. If you can just be authentic and be a human being, you can crush most people in the wholesaling business. A lot of you say wholesaling is too saturated. It's not. 90% of the people out there have no idea what they're doing. They watch one YouTube video and they think they got it all figured out. It takes work. It takes skill set. Those of you that keep coming back here, go to freewholesaling.com. You usually figure it out pretty quick. And that's what we're trying to show you today.
Exactly. And so that's what a motivated seller is, to not get it all screwed up. Next here is title company.
Title company is huge. And I don't know how people miss this part of it. In fact, I will go on a ledge and tell you your title company is the most important partner you bring into your wholesaling business, especially as brand new. Now, they're going to help you explain the stuff you don't understand. And remember, your job as a wholesaler, especially in the beginning, is to go out and market and get in touch with motivated sellers. That's it. That's your job, period. I didn't say research the title, figure out what the deeds are. Once you have a contract, you hand it over to your title company and they tell you, you're missing this, you need that. Hey, because it's a probate. Hey, because it's a foreclosure, we need this and that. And they will guide you. And I tell them, listen, if you can help me get to the finish line, I will bring you all my business. And that's all you need to understand about your title company. They are your partner. I hear wholesalers and gurus telling your title company is your employee. That's the fastest way to end your relationship with them. So understand it. You can get it going, guys. Your title company will help you out, because
what is a title company?
So a title company is basically a third party where you bring the contract to, and their job is to find out what all the payables are on it, how much is owed on the mortgage on it. And their job is to put the contract together, make sure they have the right signatures, and they facilitate the closing. This is how you get paid. They're also licensed and insured, so they have to follow regulations. And they're the main thing to understand, that you are a legitimate wholesaler.
But okay, if you're getting really confused here, I want you to understand that in day 4 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, so in July 4th, Rick has dropped an insane video on title companies, FYI. How they work, how much they charge, all these things. So just before we get a little too advanced, if you're brand new, like, oh my gosh, basically a title company, they are here to help in the transaction. They're a third party and they provide title insurance. You might be like, what's title insurance? Wait for day 4. We'll explain it in the challenge. So just, it's okay. And if you miss a day, again, it's going to be on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. So don't worry about that. Just trying to get everyone, because you're going to hear title company a lot. So that's title company. Now, the next one's EMD, or what we call earnest money deposit. For a lot of contracts in wholesaling, we have to put down a deposit. Now, it can be as little as $0. It can be $10, $100, $1,000. Usually in these agreements, you have to put a earnest money deposit down, just a little deposit, and we get the deposit back if we agree not to buy the house within the inspection period. So you might hear EMD a lot. That's basically the deposit we can put in. It could be $10, be $100. We get it back, so it is refundable. Just so you understand that. You might hear the word EMD thrown around a lot. A cash buyer. So I have been saying rich landlord house flipper. What wholesale, that I kind of say that because it makes it a little easier for beginners to understand. But really what that is, we call them cash buyers. You know, the person who's buying our contract is a cash buyer. They're buying the property for cash. Simple as that, right?
Yeah.
So that's what a cash buyer
And they actually have real cash, and we're going to teach you how to vet them in this process.
Yeah, we got some real good heat coming. Next one is POF, or proof of funds. So this is just a document showing that if you have actual funds in your bank account. Usually when you go find a cash buyer, you want to make sure they have money in their bank account. We'll talk about that in the challenge too. So don't worry too much about that. But POF, you might hear that sometimes called proof of funds. The next one here is what we call MAO, or max allowable offer. Again, don't overcomplicate this. This is basically what it's a calculation of how much you can offer a seller. And we're not going to do it today. Obviously, I'm not here to complicate it, but basically this is how we figure out what the property's worth. And so if I have a guy, he says he's looking to sell his house at 123 Main Avenue, I go look at the house, I see what other houses around there are selling for. I have a whole calculation. I'll show you that. I'm not here to overcomplicate you today. You can figure out with an MAO. I might ask, hey, what's the MAO of the deal, right? It's basically, hey, I figure out the MAO is 150,000. That means the most I can sell that property for, that contract, is 150 grand, which means I should probably lock it up for 140. That means I can make $10,000 on the transaction. That's what MAO is. I don't worry too much about it right now. We'll get into it. LAO, that is what we call least allowable offer. We're going to say that a lot too. But basically, that's the least we can offer. That should be what our initial offer is.
And you're only going to hear that here.
You're only going to hear that here.
Because every guru hangs their hat on MAO, and it's like a crutch. So we've created the opposite of how you actually do this business, and we'll teach you the right terminology and how to calculate it.
Exactly. So the next one here is ARV. ARV is after repair value. Again, we're going to break this all down, but basically this is the value of the real estate if it's all nice, sexy. It's like from a HGTV show, but that's basically what, if you see a house and it needs to be updated, what would the property worth if we put all the money into it, nice floor, new roof, all that sexy stuff. That's what ARV is, after repair value. Next one here is comps.
So comps is just short for the word comparables, and it is the ability to go out and look at similar houses. So if I had a 322, I'm going to try to look at all the 322s in that neighborhood or within like a quarter or a half mile radius. And hopefully they're roughly the same floor plan, but it allows you to compare them. That's where the key word comes through. And so if I have a 70s house, I don't want to compare it to a 2020 house. So we look for houses within 5 to 10 years of it, and it'll break down hopefully to like a square footage, and you can get a rough, quick estimate. And I'm here to tell you, comps has always been a big thing that realtors did. And as a wholesaler, we're going to teach you techniques so you don't get caught in comp hell, I call. You should be spending more than 10 minutes comping, but you need to have an idea of what these properties are going to sell for so you can write a contract at a wholesale price so you can actually make your fee. So comps is short for comparable, and it's never been easier than in 2024 to do a comp. It really requires no software. There's plenty of information out there, and your sellers have this information as well too.
Exactly. So that's what a comp is. So the next one here is going to be assignment of contract. So when we are doing our wholesaling, when we buy the person's house or write up that contract, it's called a purchase and sale contract. So that is, if you will, contract A. What contract B is the assignment of contract. That's basically us. That's the piece of paper selling the said contract. So to make this a little more easier, if you're starting out, a purchase and sale is me buying your house. Mm-hmm. Then if I sell it to the cash buyer, I'm gonna have him sign an assignment of contract, which is basically me selling your contract for the assignment fee, basically that finder's fee. So that is what an assignment of contract is. Now, the next one is virtual wholesaling. We're going to actually get into virtual wholesaling pretty quick in the challenge this year. But it's basically the process of what we're doing, except we don't meet the seller in person. If you live in like Africa, if you live somewhere in Europe, Asia, and you can't wholesale in the United States, you can, with the power of your phone, you can actually call these people up over the internet, and you could still do the whole wholesaling process over the internet, which is crazy. It's called virtual wholesaling. A lot of wholesalers are virtual now, and they make a ton of money doing it. We're going to teach you that process too. It's going to be pretty fun and pretty exciting. The next one is skip tracing.
Skip tracing. So this is a fancy word that was actually created by bill collectors. And I don't even know how they came up with the name, but whenever you've had a debt collector or someone chase you down, they basically research and pull data to get in contact with you. Obviously, the most valuable one is going to be your phone number. So once they have a phone number, they have the ability to reach out. Most of them are going to wind up calling you. So we use skip tracing in wholesaling. So we can find, once we have the sellers, we have their name, we can put it in a database and simply skip trace them to get their phone number. You can get emails, you get multiple phone numbers, you can get addresses, but most of us are in it for the phone number. And you can do this for free. You can do it manually. Don't let anybody lie to you on that. Or we can show you tools to do it on a more bulk rate. But this is how we get in touch with people we don't know. And it's never been easier than in 2024 to skip trace someone and get any information.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Okay, I have a list of people who are not paying the property taxes. How do we get the phone number? A lot of free ways to do it. We're going to teach you how to do that in our marketing guide here in the challenge. Now, the next one is cold calling. Cold calling is, you might hear that term thrown around. That's basically the process of us calling sellers up. They don't know us, so it's called cold calling. That's basically what cold calling is. We'll have a whole day on that. The next one here is you're going to hear the word probate be thrown around a lot.
Yeah, I mean, probate is, so the legal termination of probate is winding up a deceased person's financial affairs. So the main reason why they do this, because think about this. If you own a car, a boat, and especially a piece of real estate, how do you prove ownership? You prove it with a title. Your title should be notarized and witnessed, and it's usually recorded in some sort of public record in the county court official records. When somebody passes away, you got to understand someone who's passed away cannot sign their deed over for obvious reasons. And so we enter into a legal process called probates. Now, the average probate will have a will. That's someone's last will and testament. And they will appoint what they call a PR, personal representative, or an executor. And that person's job is to make the final decisions to wrap up the deceased's affair. How this comes into play with wholesaling, and you're like, Rick, where are you going on this? Is that person is in charge of either keeping the asset or selling the property. And they have the full power to enter into a purchase and sales agreement. And so we teach you how to find these dockets, how to find the PR, how to skip trace them, and how to reach out to them. The main reason why I love probates is they are one of the easiest ways for a beginner to get started. The houses are vacant. They need a ton of work. They're out-of-state owners. And honestly, they are the most profitable deals you'll do in wholesaling. I promise you this on my own data, on everyone else I've taught. Probates are wonderful. They're not super quick, but they work really well. And we share techniques with you on how to basically beat all your competition by a simple marketing tactic that I learned over 10 years ago and still works today.
Exactly. And then going through this too, we have drying for dollars. This is the process of us going on a car, looking for ugly houses, just a marketing term. We'll talk about this too. We also talked about this term. It's called reverse drying for dollars. That is us putting sticky notes on houses that look ugly. It's a great way to find wholesaling deals. We'll talk about that a little later too. The next one is equity. I think we get that a lot in real estate, and this is a really confusing term for people. But that's basically, it's a percentage of how much the person owns versus how much is owed. And so if I have a mortgage for $200,000 and the property is worth, let's say, $500,000, basically an equity percentage is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 500. I'm going to minus off if I owe 200. That means I have $300,000 in equity divided by $500,000. The value, I have 60% equity in the property. It's a percentage. The higher the equity, usually the more money you can make on a deal. Now, this was a good process, right? What I'm going to tell you is we are not even close to being done. We are just getting started wholesaling houses. And what I can tell everybody watching this is by the end of most of these videos, you're going to have some homework. You're going to have something to do. There's a lot of money to be made in this business. And there's a lot of things we have to do. And so we're kind of learning a little more about wholesaling real estate today. This is our syllabus day. Yep. This is kind of a syllabus day. It's not an easy day. This is the easiest day you're going to have. This is the day where I'm not going to make you grind.
So guys, the main thing is to understand is to explain what wholesaling is. And if you can get the basic fundamentals of it, I find people complicate wholesaling so bad and they get so deep in it. And the other thing is we talk about, like, we don't want to talk about other gurus, but like you guys have so many experience and stuff. We cater around what you guys want to talk about. The reality is if I used over 10 different gurus, especially in today's market, maybe one would have some information, maybe two, but for the most part, most of them don't even wholesaling. They don't understand it. And there's some people teaching wholesaling that haven't really wholesaled in like 10 plus years. They might do fix and flipping. I'm addicted to wholesaling. I love it. I get like a real rush from it. It doesn't matter if I make a couple $1,000s or a couple $100,000. It's the same rush for me, and I want to share it with you guys. That's why we're here.
That's it. So let's kind of break down what our homework for the day is. Now, we got some stuff we need you to do. Number one, you need to sign up and go through our free course. It's called freewholesaling.com. It costs no money at all, right?
Yeah. And if you can't get past this requirement, don't worry about the rest. So if you're having trouble logging in, go incognito, whatever. But guys, this is one of the basic requirements.
It's our free real estate wholesaling.
If I can get in there, you can get in there. I promise you.
And so what I'm telling everybody, it's our free course. Costs $0. You're going to have to go through there to learn some basics in wholesaling. Now, technically with this challenge, you actually don't have to go through the course. But what I'm telling you is it's just good because there's live conversations I've had, a lot of things in there you need to know. But also you can watch the recordings of what we have here, notes and everything like that, charts. But I will say freewholesaling.com is powerful. The first two videos on freewholesaling.com is actually one of our Flipbook Plus events where I sat down for 2 days, me and Rick, for 8 hours, so 16 hours for 2 days. We showed you how to make your first 100K in wholesaling. It's not an easy video to go through. It's a lot, but everything in that course that you need for success is in there. But I'm just telling you, I think everyone should just be antiquated with it, just so you watch maybe the cold calling thing we have. So our day for cold calling on the challenge. Maybe you go to the cold calling section in the course and watch me cold call live. That's pretty cool. Like just supplemental stuff helps you out a lot and really gets you understanding of it. So it's a free course, costs how much? $0.
$0.
Usually have to spend a couple grand to learn a course like that, but we get out for free. On top of this too, I'm telling everybody, we're making this a thing now. I'm telling everyone to join our Discord. It's called ZachDiscord.com and introduce yourself. You might be like, Zach, I don't have a Discord. What's a Discord? I'm not young like you, son. I don't know. So I'll tell everybody, I don't care if you're 90 years old, 14 years old, join our Discord. Our Discord is basically going to be our massive group chat together in the challenge.
It's lively.
And it's pretty cool. And basically what you can do in there is ask questions and hang out with other wholesalers. Let me screen share this. So this is basically the Discord. This is what it looks like. Basically, you can join other wholesalers and you just talk in the morning. Hey, I have a question about this. What's going on? Let's network. Oh, cool. Matthew's on here. I can click. I can message him. I can DM him. We can work together. Hey, what are you doing for this? What are you doing for that? It's pretty cool, right? You can have networking chats. We have a thing on the 30 wholesaling challenge in here where basically you can stay accountable. Say, hey, just finished today. I'm going to do this. Hey, I did this. I did that. All these things, right? You can stay accountable. You can chat. You can post your deals. You can download our contracts. A lot of things on here too. So we have a lot of really cool stuff here. But basically, it's a cool group chat. It's really more of a community of free wholesaling, of people trying to get into wholesaling for free. So it's a community of everyone in the challenge together. It's more of a cool aspect. It's not like you're doing it by yourself. So I definitely recommend you go there. It is called ZachDiscord.com. I want everyone to introduce themselves. Hey, my name is Zach. I'm getting started. I'm in this market. You'll find another guy in your market. Maybe you can network and talk with them. Just wholesaling real estate. It's hard to be alone in this business. It's not fun. As I know, you're on your own with your family when you're getting this business. It's cool to be with other wholesalers that actively want to help you out and not sell you. So I'll tell everyone, make sure you join ZachDiscord.com, introduce yourself. I'll be in there. I'll be chatting with you. Rick will be in there chatting with you.
If I can hit the keyboard right, I'm good.
And so I'll be chatting. You might have questions. There will be others. There's $100,000 wholesalers that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. There's people making millions of dollars in wholesaling in that year, and they'll chat with you too for free as a community together. There's no other community like this in wholesaling real estate, especially on the free end. And so we're pretty excited about that. So just go to ZachDiscord.com. It's in there. So you get the education, you learn how to do it right there, and you're good to go. So that is your homework for today. Join the ZachDiscord.com, sign up at freewholesaling.com, and boom, you'll be in this challenge, ready to go, good to go. I want to see everybody in the Discord. I want to see everybody posting, hey, Zach told me to make 50 cold calls today. Here's a screenshot of me making 50 cold calls. That is what I want to see. I want to see you guys actually stay accountable. This is super important. There's not any other wholesaling real estate challenge. There's not any other person teaching wholesaling for real estate for free because they cannot do it. They can't afford it because they don't make millions of dollars wholesaling. They got to sell you a course. I make millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. I got to split it all with him. But still, after splitting with it, it's still millions of dollars for me, which is nice. But what I'll tell you is me and Rick are the only ones out here making millions of dollars that are willing to teach you real estate for free. So you either choose to take that gift we give you for granted, or you actually go out here and make a change in your life. I want you to understand this. I know it might sound high and mighty me telling you this, but I say this with every ounce in my soul. I get people coming up to me on a daily basis on IG, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Zach, you changed my life. And the proof is with not just me making millions, but with you guys going out here and making millions in this business. That is exactly how you become rich and successful wholesaling real estate, okay? We make millions of dollars in this business in wholesaling real estate, but we've taught more people than ever to change their life. So let's kind of break this down and show you, look at all these people who we taught how to wholesale real estate for free. You can DM these people, actually. You can message them.
Yeah.
And they'll, Zach,
they're real.
Yeah, look at all these people. They're real.
It's endless. And go to Wholesaling Houses for Real on Facebook. You'll see it posted daily. Daily, guys.
Look at that. I mean, we could stop for a second and show you, and we just go on and on. And I think you guys get it, though. There's not one person that's given more people success in wholesaling real estate than us. We're ready to go. We're ready to share with you, and we're ready to make you a rich and successful wholesaler. So if you are ready, excited for this challenge, make sure you go out here and like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, the Flip of Their YouTube channel, so you can get day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way up to day 30 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. Lives will be changed, and I know you guys are going to make that change, and your life's going to be changed with this challenge. We're jacked up. I'm excited, and I'm ready to go for this. This challenge, every year, insane results happen, and I love seeing it. So we are live here. So let me answer some questions and see what I can do to help you guys out. So we're pretty excited about it. Shout out to Quay. Quay's done a lot of cool deals with us.
Great guy.
He's a great guy. If he's in mid-Michigan, he's here to JV. So shout out to him there. Awesome. Ben says, I once asked a guru if I could pay him after my first wholesale deal. He said no. If he was legit, he'd accept my offer. I love those.
They're never going to do it because you're never going to get a deal.
Let's see. I was ripped off by somebody. That's why I'm here. I don't know who that is. Thanks for being so selfless. Of course, Keith, sorry to see that you got your money taken.
Terrible.
I don't know who that is, but I don't like seeing that. Dave had another person rip him off for $12,500. So you guys, I know everyone says, Zach talks about gurus too much, because I see people lose their life savings from these people. It drives me crazy.
The truth is, if we didn't talk about it, that's what the gurus want us to do. We are the only voice that goes out there. It's not that I dislike gurus, I do, but it's what they do. And they already admit it's a 95% failure rate. So
for themselves, yeah.
Correct. So they already, listen, here's the reality is you've got to go out and cut your teeth on going out and getting government lists. Honestly, I tell people, you get the 5 contracts, then we'll show you how to do pay for play and all that stuff. But most of these guys get you in direct mail, pay per click, pay per lead. It is a disaster. And if you think you lost a lot, the 12 grand, wait till you drop another 20 on the marketing. If we didn't speak up, I mean, how many millions of dollars do you think we've saved people from the guru trap? Guys, I've been in the guru trap. I'm telling you, you hire 10 gurus. If you get 1 or 2 pieces of good information, you did well, because the information, there's no barrier to entries. Nobody checks anyone. And right now there are gurus out there with just a few months experience that are being convinced by guru coaches, consultants. And if you guys don't know the definition of a consultant, it's someone that really doesn't do the business, but they're going to tell you how to do it, and you're going to pay them a large fee too. Guys, wake up. I'm here to tell you. I hope I never have to talk about a guru again, but as long as they offer these expensive courses in wholesaling, you need to become aware. How many people have messaged us like, you just saved me from dropping 5-10 grand? If I thought it worked, I would endorse it, guys, but it didn't work for me, didn't work for him. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to have to go out and do the hard work. And here's the key, guys. If you think the 5 to 10 grand is going to get you everything, it's just going to crack the door, and they're going to get deep in your wallet for the next few years. Save yourself the grief. Learn the basics of wholesaling.
I'm telling you, stop getting into this and these guru traps. And guys, just learn how to wholesale real estate from us for free. We got another one. This guru in South Florida charges us. He's asked $20,000 to learn wholesaling. It's crazy to me, guys.
There's no gurus in South Florida. Tell them to come see me, because
there's gurus in there.
20K. Jesus, it's insane. It's just like a money pitch. Someone said to me the other day, well, the more they charge, the more legit they be. If you guys buy into that, it doesn't matter if they charge you $1 or 100,000. I've seen 2 gurus that I know, and I completely disagree with them. I told them $100K to learn basics of wholesaling. And there's people that still pay it. Guys, it's a sucker born every day. Just wake up. If you go out on the internet and say, can someone show me how to do wholesaling? You get buried by hundreds, if not thousands of gurus. Don't you think that's like a red flag to begin with? It's ridiculous. We want you to have options. Honestly, if we didn't speak up, I'm scared how many people would actually be hurt. It just bugs me. If they went away, I'll never talk to them about it again, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. And then, I get all this. I get this all the time. I say this. I people send me wholesaling courses. We get copied word for word. This guy said just join a $50 course, and they literally copied you word for word. Like it happens all the time. I know one guy who's selling this $4,000 paid mentorship, and he calls it the sticky note method. And he doesn't call it that, but he calls it something similar. And he just rips off reverse drawing for dollars, and he sells it for $4,000, and people pay by the boatloads for it because it's secret. It drives me crazy. We get copied word for word, but the amount of times you talk about stop paying for stuff and courses, I think people shouldn't be doing it, but it happens. The gurus are here because it works. Yeah,
that's why they do it. As long as you keep rewarding them, they're just going to keep coming back. So you vote with your time and you vote with your pocketbook. Choose wisely.
And I will say this. See, I got another one here from, let's do this. Mark King says, I'm currently in Pennsylvania, and they started a deal that a wholesaler needs a license. Did I say that? Did I say in the beginning that you need a license in Pennsylvania to wholesale? Did I say that?
No.
Oh, I didn't. Shocker, right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Am I lying to you? Like, what's going on? Like, so let's go and kind of break this all down really quick, because I get this asked all the time. They recently started a bill that a wholesaler. So
okay, start with the word they, Lo. Who is they?
So let me tell you this. I dropped a video 3 weeks ago, and I literally click the bill, and I read it with you. Let me share. I read the bill with you. Okay. And
word by word,
word for word. And so what I'm trying to understand is, go through the video. You don't need a course. Okay. You don't need a course. Oh, there's another thing. It's like,
you say you needed a course?
What? No, this person said real estate license. It drives me crazy, but like, basically, I show you how to get around that, and you don't really have to worry about that. And so, Marking, you just got to go through the videos we do, okay?
You're good. As that. Just got to read them. Got to listen.
Yeah, and this one person said, this guy that charged me, he's 90% of your info and used another guy's contract. I mean, that's well. I'm not surprised, but like, who cares? Like, we teach it for free, and so if we give it for free, people are going to package it and try to sell it. It's like, water's free, and people take water and try to sell it to you. I mean, whatever. Like,
guys, if you got burnt by a guru, just move on. Like, it is what it is. You can't go back in time and fix it. Don't get all upset and emotional. Take that hostility and put it towards your effort in wholesaling. So find the right people. Hopefully it's me and Zach, but whatever you choose, and just time will catch up to people. Sit there and charge people that 95% of the people fail. It's a broken system. It's terrible. I think it's predatory, and it is what it is. So let's just take the positive in it. You found us, move on, go get some wholesale deals, put that money back in your bank account, and go help out other people that have got run under the guru wholesale bus.
It drives me crazy. So just be very careful of that. Rashawn says, Zach, is the 30-day class going to be the same time? Yes, 1 p.m. Eastern on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. He says, let's go. Been waiting for this challenge to drop. Need to get my first deal this month. Time couldn't be other. Walsh says, I did a Zach Rick Ginn challenge, started with zero money January 1st with no real estate experience. I have now closed $75,000, 7 deals. Let's go. Come on.
That's awesome.
Come on, let's go.
And you know, it's we want to hear about your successes. I could sit here, go all day on me, and this is all you get from gurus. Look how great I am. Look what I drive. Look where I live. Nobody gives a crap about that stuff. How did you help me? And that's all me and Zach put our efforts on, is to try to help you guys out there, because I've never seen a more discombobulated information about wholesaling, and these paywalls, these firewalls. Guys, go out there and get the deal done. It's actually easier than you think, but you are going to have to commit and put in the hard work.
That's what it's all about. I'd love to see that. I didn't know who the guy was.
No.
7 deals. Hop on, talk to me in the Discord or something. I'd love to talk. Tyler says, do we need to follow the 70% rule? So I'm not even going to get into that. Just wait till we get on the comping section in the challenge. We'll teach you how to do it. Also, want to tell everyone, so we're making a crazy exception today. This is going to be a little weird. How to describe this? There's a massive announcement that is happening at dmzac.com tonight at basically 8 p.m. And the thing about it is we've been in cahoots with dmzac.com for a very long time on this massive drop. And it's crazy. And so millions of dollars have been spent on this. And what's going to happen is it's going to change wholesaling real estate forever. The way we find sellers, marketing, and all these things. I can't really talk about it too much. But what I say is we're posting a video at 8 p.m. on the Flip Rick channel. It's not part of the challenge, but it is such a massive, monumental change with wholesaling software that we have to post a video, because it's just no guru is going to talk about what is going to drop tonight. You know why? Because they can't sell their programs or their softwares or their courses or anything like that. So we are posting a video at 8 o'clock. It's not part of the challenge. You may be like, wait, why do they drop a video at 8? It's not part of the challenge. So we have a playlist for it. And so I want everyone watching this to understand, at 8 p.m. tonight on the Flip channel, we're posting a video. We're dropping, basically we're unveiling what's going on with dmzac.com. Now, I will tell you this. It is very, very important. There we go. Is that better? It's very important that that's not part of the challenge. It's just, it is part of it. Okay. But it's going to hurt a lot of gurus because a lot of them own software companies. So if you do want to check it out, it is at dealmachine.com/unveiledzac, or just go to dmzac.com at 8 p.m. and it'll be on there. But a massive change is happening. And because of this massive change that's happening, me and Rick went to dmzac.com because we accidentally invented a brand new marketing channel that has never been talked about before, that has never been done in the history of wholesaling real estate, that your guru hasn't come up with. If they came up with it, they would have said it. No guru has ever come up with this marketing channel. It is insane. Like, it is, what my quote for it was disgusting. Well, you can really, like, it's disgusting. That's the best way I can describe it. Like that's all I can say. It's disgusting. Like the amount of marketing you can do for such a cheap amount with, I can't say it. I can't say it. But what I can tell you is basically we wanted a brand new marketing channel, and we decided we wanted to make it super, super, super cheap. And dmzac.com helped us a lot with it. And so I needed them to make some changes with their thing. Mm-hmm. You got to give out, I was like, you got to give out this, and this out for free, so we can implement the new channel. And they're like, Roger that. They're like, yeah. And so it's pretty cool. And so we have to wait till 8 p.m. for it. But we're not revealing the marketing channel until day 9 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. I want everyone to understand this. Day 9 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, we're dedicating an entire day to this new marketing channel. That's how powerful it is. Now, I will tell you, if you're in Flipboard Plus tonight at 8 p.m., we are revealing the marketing channel for Flipboard Plus members, so I want them to have a 9-day advantage because I want to get some testing for 9 days before I reveal it to the public. So I will tell everybody we're going to give it 9 days. So if you're in Flipboard Plus, hop on the special link we posted inside of there.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. But you might be able to read between the lines with DMZach.com's new announcement what that channel could possibly be. Probably not. You probably don't. But what basically I'm going to do is even if you don't have, if you don't even have $1, right, to do the new marketing channel, I give everyone my promise. I have figured out a way for everyone inside of Flipboard Plus to JV with you with this channel so they can just give you access to it for free. That sound cool?
Yeah, it sounds great.
So Flipboard Plus members can literally give you access to the brand new marketing channel if you work with them.
Yeah.
And it's for free. And it's a way, I'll say this before I get off because I'm going to get in trouble saying this. It's a way where you can get 1,000 inbound leads in the next week. You get 1,000 inbound leads in the next week for $10. It's crazy.
It's unique, guys.
And if I decided I wanted to give somebody else access to it, it will cost them $0. It will cost me $0 to do. It's unlimited. Like $10 is all it takes, and you can unlimited. I can do in 50 markets for $10. I can do one market for $10. And so somebody's just got to spend the $10, and I can go to like, hey, Austin, you want to work with me? Well, I already spent the $10, so you can have access to it already. I don't want to describe it. I'm going to get in trouble saying it, so I'm not going to. But I'm saying it. No, I'm here to flex on wholesaling gurus. It's crazy that no one invented this channel, this strategy. It's 100% legally compliant, and it's insane. I'm excited. I'm jacked up. So, guys, if you're ready for it, just make sure you go to DMZach.com tonight at 8 p.m. Actually, no, just go to Flip with Rick at 8 p.m. We're dropping the video. It's massive. It is part of the challenge where we're just revealing extra stuff. And again, it's me just flexing on a broke wholesaling guru, just making sorry for themselves. So I'm telling you, this is why you got to subscribe to the channel. Hop on there, and we're excited about that too. What else do we got? We have our event, our Flipboard Plus event in Orlando in October. So if you do want to join the event, start sending me JV deals or just go to flipboardplus.com. That's pretty cool too. And what's the event? It's Escape the Matrix, right?
Yeah. So we've done it once before, and we're expecting a much larger crowd this time. And what better place can you get in Orlando? So you guys can do like a destination, the whole thing. It's easy to fly into. It's going to be a great networking event. And remember, it's 2 days of just talking about wholesaling. I don't take you to Disney. We'll go to lunch, dinner and hang out. But like we go 2 full days. And anyone who's ever been to it, like that's all we do. And people are like, hey, how can I spend time with you guys one-on-one? This is where we really like share everything we can. So
it's called Escape the Matrix. We did it last year, and we gave out the entire recording for free. So if you want to go and just search Escape the Matrix and watch that event and see if you want to come to the one 2024 in Orlando, check it out there. But of course, that event we go to, obviously you have to pay to go to it, but you could technically give me a JV deal you get for free. Also, that we're going to release the recording of the event for free to public on YouTube. So you don't have to go either. But I'm just telling you it's on there. So this challenge is going to change your life. Rick decided to make a change in his life to start wholesaling, and his whole life changed. I decided to make a change, and I decided to change my life and then try to teach wholesaling real estate for free. And it's been an incredible, amazing journey for me and Rick. And we're just getting started on it. We see the people's lives changing. We see everyone who doesn't have access, right? I think of the single moms. We have single moms of 4 who get their first deal and they make 50 grand in like 2 months, and their lives are changed. And they're like, we couldn't afford 10 grand to go to the person's course, but yours was free.
Yep.
And you changed my life forever. We see that time in and time every single day. And this is why we get into this, why I do our thing.
And guys, our live events are included with Flip with Rick Plus. So I'm not going to sit there and hit you over the head. I don't have speakers that come and ask for money from you. I do not do the guru posse coaching clan. Like if we believe somebody has value and they'll give you something amazing, we'll do it. But we don't let people sit there and just give you a pitch fest, because I honestly, every real estate seminar I go to, it's like pitch fest. Like I can't get through it. I rarely sit through it because they spend more time selling than actually teaching you. And we do the complete opposite. So if you want to come out and hang out with us, we're still two goofy guys that hang out. We're exactly like you see us online, and we'd love to spend time with you.
Honestly, let's get it going and let's get this deal from this challenge. We're excited. We're jacked up.
Let's go.
And we're ready to go. So starting day 2 tomorrow, we're actually doing a live stream. Well, I'm doing a live stream. And we're going to be setting up Podio. We're going to set up our CRM. I know it's not the most sexy thing in the world. But I'll tell you, it's very important. I don't think I've done an update on that for a while. And then day 3, we're getting crazy. And so we're excited. We're jacked up. So we'll see you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we're ready to go. So guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, and we'll see you soon in the 30-day wholesaling challenge.